Hello, my name's Martin Hell of HME Technology. I'm at Repton School, Dubai. I was here a month ago and I was so blown away by what I saw when I met Owen Gilbert, the head of design technology. So let's go inside and share some of those experiences and meet Owen. One of the things that really encouraged me to come and meet you today was the physical size of the department in this Repton school is quite impressive, particularly when in many schools the subject is seen as an option and minority one. So obviously that's key to your success here.
Well, it is. We've had a lot of success, and I think success breeds success. I think we had a lot of investment of finances, and we've got a lot of extra facilities and kit. We're very lucky to have the facilities that we got. But with that, we're able to experiment, do new things, and trial other things, and do things that you wouldn't be able to do normally in a lot of schools. So that inspires the students, and then it snowballs, if you like. It just gets bigger and bigger. We get good results because of the facilities we have and because of the teaching we have. We're able to try new things. The kids are inspired, and so it just keeps growing and growing and growing, which is fantastic for us.
Tell me about the class sizes and the age ranges that you're teaching here.
I mean, we're a secondary school up in this part of the campus, so we teach from year 7 all the way up to IB level, which is year 13 in the English curriculum.
And what are the biggest challenges in teaching the subject of design and technology?
I think my biggest challenge is probably the incorrect perception of perhaps parents and some students as well, where the parents think that it's a bit of a waste of time perhaps, or perhaps that it's not as academic as some of the other subjects, where I completely feel the opposite. In fact, I look at it very much as sort of the application of some of the other subjects. So the application of maths, we do a lot of maths, and application of science and things like that. So you're all the time having to prove yourself as a subject, when I don't feel that should be the case at all. It's this subject benefits the students greatly in terms of solving problems and being creative and using all of the other subjects to apply it to make things and design things.
The F1 in Schools, Andrew Denford created this competition for education, and it's grown, particularly in the UK, but here in Dubai. And you've been particularly successful at that. Tell me a little bit more about your successes.
Yeah, we have done very well in F1 in schools. We're lucky to have the track outside and the machine and all the facilities here to do it properly and to do it very well. We've actually won the national champions for the last 3 years, and
that's in the UAE.
In the UAE, yeah, right. We've had the rookie winners last year, which meant we were able to go to Austin, Texas for the World Finals. We were at the World Finals before that in Singapore, and then we were at the World Finals here in Abu Dhabi the year before that. So we've done very well, yeah. I mean, it's a fantastic project where the students get to learn so much, not just about design technology, but about business, about enterprise, and about engineering and all of those sort of things. We were the Dubai hub for the F1 in schools, so other schools would come and use the track to test their cars before the big competition. They would also send us different things, and a previous colleague of mine, Jonathan Roberts, was very enthusiastic about F1 in schools. It was sort of very much his baby, and and because of his hard work and enthusiasm for it, he's very much took it forward to the big project that it is in our school today, really. Yeah. But yeah, we have other schools sending us cars to machine out for them, and we're doing very well, yeah. So these are some of our F1 in schools cars the students have designed. So this was machined out of a solid block of polystyrene on our router, and then this is all designed first on CAD, which they use Autodesk Fusion 360, and then they machined it out, as I said, then it was sprayed. They've come up with their own logo, their own branding, and then we actually had a company. Actually, we can 3D print ourselves, yes. But for the high quality that we need for the competition, these wheels and wings were all done at 3D Vinci, which is our one of our partners, a local company that did the 3D printing for us. This was one of only 2 cars at the World Finals this year in Texas to pass all of the scrutineering rules, so we didn't lose any points on scrutineering. So obviously it's supposed to be as aerodynamic as possible, trying to get the airflow over the wheels, trying to get it going underneath with as little drag as possible, and then it's held down here by it's got a bit of fishing wire that goes through, which keeps it on the track, obviously powered by a CO2 canister at the back.
Right.
Well, this is a year 10 skills-based project where the students design and make their own toolbox. So we started off last year just making basically practice joints. So they make a finger joint, a lap joint, a dowel joint and a dovetail, and they were just sort of throwing them away. So we thought, well, maybe let's just make it a little bit more, and then we came up with an idea of making a toolbox. They route out the base to fit it in, and each one of these tools has a different type of joint in it. So we have a open mortise and tenon here. We have mortise and tenon that fits into the block here to make the mallet, and then we teach them a little bit about ergonomics, and then they design their own sort of way of carrying it to fit their fingers in there as well. So we're just trying to build in as many skills as possible that they'll need later for their practical. This is one of our Year 7 projects. This is a skills-based project, so it's the first time a Year 7 has sort of come into the workshop environment. So we spend time talking about health and safety. We teach them how to use all the tools in there, and this shows all the sort of processes that they will go through. We use this quite a lot as a teaching aid. So they start off with a long piece of wood. They would use a tri-square and a ruler marking out and things like that. Use a jig here to drill the holes so accurately, and they have to then figure out all the measurements to then amplify the sound. It's an amplifier, so they put their phone in here, and it amplifies the sound out, and they have to come up with their own design for that. There's not so much design work goes into this one. This is a more skills-based project. We have other projects in Year 7 where they concentrate more on the actual fundamental design principles.
And are they making these plastic cups? Or?
They are, yeah. So we use the press forming mould there. They put them in the oven. Then we use a gerbil here to cut out the slot and things like that, and then finish it on the sander. So there's a variety of skills in there. So they use the drills, the sanders, the fret saws, scroll saws to make it.
And how do you inspire the pupils in the subject? Probably more importantly, the parents too.
I just think you've got to be enthusiastic for the subject yourself, and if you are enthusiastic and love what you do, then that passion then will come across to them.
Personally, what was your favourite subject when you were at school?
Well, when I was at school, it wasn't actually design and technology as you might expect. It was actually art, and that was due to a fantastic art teacher that I had who was very enthusiastic about the subject and passed on that enthusiasm to me. So something I try and model myself on now, really, and when I think back to my days at school, trying to inspire the children I have and students I have at school like he did me. At the end of a project, if you end up with a box full of things that haven't gone home, then you know that project's probably not enthusiastic about that. They're not engaged. So we'll bin it off. We'll change it and keep things moving. Keep up with what the things the students like and the things they're inspired by. Right. I try and do it by coming up with new projects all the time, trying to think about technology is forever advancing and moving along. So you've got to keep up with that.
At least 15 different machines available to you. Do you have one machine that is your favourite?
I've been teaching 13 years and that's changed. When I first started, I really used to enjoy sand casting. I still do, and that has a big wow factor for the students. And it's something that a lot of teachers are afraid to do these days in terms of the health and safety risks of it. I think now, if you were to ask me what it is at the moment, my favourite tool is probably the laser cutter, just with the versatility and showing the kids CAD CAM and all of those types of things.
In the subject of design technology, do you have a particular person that you believe on a world scale is inspirational?
I always admire the designs of Philippe Starck in terms of how he sort of pushed the boundaries of creativity and how he always tried to do something that was a little bit different. We have a whole wall, which I know you liked, of quotes of different designers as well. Yes. So there's different ideologies and thoughts of different designers that I take on board. One of my favourites is Raheem's quote, which is genius nothing, we just work harder. And I think within school and within any environment, whatever you put in is what you get out, and that's what we're trying to do within our design technology. Work hard to produce to get things that the kids are going to be inspired by, and then pass that on to them.